Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny
and Erin.
So, Stranger Things, it's back. The last two episodes. Can we call them episodes?
The last two movies,
movies.
in the series.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of like, I really want to, but then I'm like, oh no.
If we don't go ahead, no one dies.
Exactly. Nancy can just hang out with Vecna for a bit longer. She's fine. Right, well, tissues are ready.
You make me think, like, where is everyone?
Right. Mike, Will, Argyle and Jonathan are on their way
to the base.
Yep. Elle is in the base.
Yep.
With Owens and Brenner. Nancy is hanging out with Vecna in her mind.
Is she?
Yes, because physically she's in the Upside Down with Steve, isn't she?
Oh my god, I feel like I've forgotten a couple. So much happens in these episodes.
Do you remember they were climbing?
Oh, yes!
And then...
Oh god, because they're not all out yet, are they?
No.
Oh.
Because Steve is still there, most importantly. Nancy, can you do this later? Steve needs to be safe.
So this is the thing. I've blocked it out because it annoyed me because they were taking so long to get out.
Yes.
And we were really annoyed because like, they don't do that. Well, that's why I've blocked it out. Okay, now I recall.
Yeah, so Steve is with Nancy in the Upside Down and she is hanging out with Vecna in her mind. So look, even when she's with Steve, she's thinking of another guy, alright? It doesn't work.
I will say, Jake has been rewatching seasons 1 to 3 and I've caught some bits of it. I'm maybe a little less mad about Steve and Nancy. Maybe just a little.
You see, I just feel like when they were together, it worked.
Yeah.
But I feel like now it just feels very forced. It doesn't feel like it's been naturally building. It's like, what should we do with this character? Oh, I know. We'll put them with them.
I wonder if it's just because Steve's just pining for a relationship.
Well, like I said, I don't think he's in love with Nancy. I think he's in love with the idea of Nancy.
Yeah. But I'm slightly less mad. I'm sure that'll change.
I was also thinking while editing that episode that the whole thing with her and Jonathan, another reason that I feel like they've done that is because it makes her lonely for Vecna to come in.
Oh.
Yeah. And
then the rest of them are just
Eddie and Robin got out and they're with Dustin and Lucas and Erica.
They're just looking into
Max.
No, they're looking up.
They're looking up into the down. Yeah.
Lots of nodding going on.
Joyce and Hopper were reunited.
Oh, that little hug.
Murray was there as the third wheel.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous for all of that.
So, that's everybody. So please remember to like, comment and subscribe. In the comments, if you can only pick one character to save, who would it be? And the only answer is Steve. So.
If not, we will judge.
I mean, a show without that hair in it? No, I won't have it.
Oh, I watched a wonderful compilation of Steve and oh my god, names.
Eddie?
Yes.
The hair.
Yeah. Steve and Eddie. Oh my god, it was. And then I watched them also getting ready. Oh.
There's a question. Whose hair would you rather have? Steve's or Eddie's? Over on Patreon, you can watch the whole of season 4 of Stranger Things as full-length reactions. They're long.
Yes. They must be insanely long. With our chat as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Why don't you take a seat?
Why does he want to show Nancy all this though?
Because she was the one like investigating and poking around, went to his dad.
Yeah.
Went to she found the house.
Okay, whatever you guys are doing up there, hurry up!
Music.
Steve says you need to hurry!
Yeah, no shit!
We're trying, we can't find anything! Seriously, what is all this shit?
I mean, what are you even looking for?
Sing!
Mommy, Beatles music! We need music!
I mean, I feel like if anyone is going to manage to like jam her way out of it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
her. It's just the squishy noises he makes.
I want you to tell 11. I want you to tell her everything you see.
So he's going to open up the whole of Hawkins as a gate. Do you reckon that he's killed them in strategic places? Like a triangle, do you know what I mean? To like then open it up.
Yeah, maybe. So he's creating like his own like fault line. I feel like it's gonna make me very unhappy. Why do we watch this show?
Interesting though that he didn't kill her, that he wants 11 to know that.
Maybe he needs her to come back for something, or just that he wants like.
Well, he's clearly a psychopath. Maybe he feels like he needs to beat her.
Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of
Harry Potter Voldemort thing. Only I can kill him.
Yeah, it has to be.
And then
I
that's
want
the
it,
downfall. Oh.
I thought you were dead. Thought I lost you.
She did lose you, like.
I did lose you. For 8 months.
God's sake.
She's good.
No.
She misses her dad. We all do.
Oh, they got loads of them. Oh! Oh, that. Oh, I feel really bad for
Oh,
it.
that's.
Oh no. So the
That's
poor thing.
not okay.
Yeah. Put it out of its misery. Oh. It's like Independence Day, the aliens.
So are they growing them then? Because that one looked a bit, the other one looked a bit smaller.
I think it's where they've experimented on them in there.
That's very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you destroy that?
But it shows you that the gate is open.
Well, I'd say they're working.
Yes. Although, you know, there's someone standing there going, we could have tested this on a Coke can. Did we have to destroy what took us so long to build?
I was thinking that.
Do you notice the difference in their faces though?
Yeah.
Brenna's like smug, like yes. Whereas Owens was a bit more concerned.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was almost like you're
Yeah.
you're okay kind of thing.
That's what I mean, concerned for her, not
Yeah.
because of her.
But the truth is, when I stumbled on her in the woods, she just needed someone. It's not fate, it's not destiny, it's just simple dumb luck. And one day she's gonna realize that I'm just some random nerd that got lucky that Superman landed on his doorstep. So stupid, given everything that's going on.
It's
No,
not.
it's to hear him be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're scared of losing her.
And talk about emotion. you
Yeah.
know?
Can I show you something?
And maybe
Oh,
that's
is it the
why.
picture?
And maybe that's why he says from.
Maybe it's how he sees. He might see Mike as like a hero. Oh.
This is amazing. Did you paint this? Yeah. I mean, Elle asked me to. She commissioned it, basically. I mean, she told me what to draw.
Oh.
My point is,
She didn't.
see how you're leading us here? You're guiding the whole party and inspiring us. That's what you do. Even Elle, especially Elle. These past few months, she's been so lost without you.
Oh, he
She's
knows,
so
doesn't he?
different from other people. And
They're killing me today.
when you're different,
Oh, don't, Will.
you feel like a feel like she's not a mistake at all. Like she's better for being different. And that gives her the courage to fight on. If she was mean to you, or if she seemed like she was pushing you away, it's probably just because she's scared of losing you, just like you're scared of losing her. And if she was going to lose you, I think she'd rather just get it over with quick, like ripping off a band-aid.
Oh God.
So yeah, Elle needs you, Mike, and she always will. Yeah?
Oh, Will.
Is there a better person than Will?
Oh no. Let's just say it right now. The acting.
Oh.
Oh, Will. I can't with him. He's. Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Oh. We need some Will and Jonathan moments like we used to have here,
I
don't
just
we?
need to call on the TV and give him
Hug
a hug.
him, yeah.
For God's sake, I'm 2 tissues in and we're not even half an hour in. Oh, she's gonna go down and try and see them.
Oh yeah. Because she hasn't been able to do this.
But if she goes down,
But she doesn't go into the upside down. She goes into like a void, a
Okay.
mental space. But her and Henry could probably communicate with each
I was
other
gonna say
in
'cause
that
Billy
space. Yeah.
saw her in there.
He showed me gates. 4 gates. Spreading across Hawkins.
He's only done 3 so
And
far.
these gates, they look like the one outside of Betty's trailer. I can still feel them. I'm still marked.
Oh.
Cursed. I ditch Kate Bush. I draw his focus back to me.
Max, you can't.
No.
I mean, it has to, because if it's not her, they have no way to monitor it.
Check this out. The war zone. I've been there once. It's huge. They got everything you need for, killing things, basically.
Do you have fake Rambos and enough guns there? Is that a grenade? And how is any of this legal?
Well, lucky for us it is, so.
But a poignant question.
Yeah.
As long as we... Red, you got a ski mask or a bandana? Something like that?
Just Michael Myers, don't worry about it. Call back to season 2, Halloween.
Yeah.
I've stopped him once and I will again.
I'm sorry. You can't. It's impossible. Nothing's impossible.
Thank you.
Either way, it doesn't matter because this is not our choice. We agreed this was not going to be a prison. We'll show her what this is, what we can offer, and then it is her choice whether she wants to stay or
I love
not.
him.
I do love
And now
him.
I really worry for him.
Yeah.
Well, I may not agree with it. Okay, pack your things, say your goodbyes.
I mean, I don't think she should go back because I think that's what
Yeah.
he wants. And probably he needs her.
Yeah, he needs her power.
Yeah.
It was a time when I was happiest.
Oh my god.
Was I there?
Oh.
It's presumptuous of you. But yeah. Yeah, you might have been there.
Oh, they're so
Okay,
cute.
but the second you start to lift, call in Kate Bush.
Okay.
Oh god, it must be really emotional
Yeah.
today.
Nina! Nina!
He's gonna find it, you know he
Yeah.
is.
Nina!
Oh my god, I love him.
Holy macaroni! Alright, you just go
He's
straight.
found another entrance or something, isn't he?
Yeah, or like there must be like power lines or something
Yeah.
that runs to it.
Okay, so no small woman named Nina, but you said any signs of life, am I right? Right. Well, these are no regular tire tracks, Judge Ocean. I mean,
What did we say?
Oh, yeah.
The tyre tracks, they couldn't build a road, but...
Military.
We gotta go.
Brochachos.
Military though, does that mean they're already there?
No! Oh no!
With a long face, Doc.
Don't
Just
you
wanna talk.
touch him.
Oh, it's gonna be Brenner, isn't it?
Where's Dr. Owens?
Dr. Owens had a change of heart. I know you wish to go.
I
to him.
said he would
There's
flip
nothing
on
I can
him.
do to stop you from forcing open that door. But if my men hear you coming, they will kill him.
Oh no! You don't have, why do you have to do that?
And alone you will never, for your own protection.
And Henry.
For his own benefit.
Yeah.
You kept Henry in that lab with the children. Was that for our good? Was that a right choice?
I had no idea what Henry would do.
Of course, did you put a tracker
Yeah.
in him?
I loved all.
So the fact that you put it in him in the first place says you know what he was going to do,
He was
or
always
capable of.
alive in the darkness. Is that why I was searching the darkness? Was I looking for him, for Henry?
No. You were
Yes.
focused on the Soviets.
I came here to try and understand who I was.
Now she sees who he
Yeah.
is.
See if I was the monster. Now I know the truth. It is not me.
Yeah.
It is you.
But didn't they have instructions to kill him? No! And with the army on their way, oh, what a piece of shit!
We start to give you some sort of redemption and you do this shit.
That's why we don't trust people.
You get it? Battle. B-A-T.
Oh! Oh, and how could you think that Eddie is a bad guy?
Never change. Dustin Henderson. Promise me?
Do you feel like Eddie finally feels accepted?
Good.
Because even in his like Hellfire Club, he puts on a performance, doesn't he?
Hey, Sinclair.
I feel like he's finally
Those
accepted
spears
as he
going
is.
Flip that damn thing around.
What?
It's too loose, Lucas. This isn't a basketball game where they blow the whistle when your shoes fall off.
Okay, for the record, my shoes never fell off.
Okay, for the record, it's kind of hard for your shoes to fall off when you're riding the bench.
Get for some reason. You show up to every game.
Plus, mom and dad forced me.
Bull. Mom and dad can't force you to do shit.
Well, even though you're a bench riding loser, you're still my brother.
Oh, everyone's having all these nice moments.
We've not had any moments with those two of like.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Although to be fair, that is siblings. You do just go at each other.
Oh, you.
Oh my god.
Caution on that. I never intended to activate it.
Oh.
Oh, it's just so many moments.
Take it.
No!
Green light. Light her up. Jimmy, 5 o'clock.
The hell?
There she is! There she is! Where? On the ground! On the ground!
Oh.
Yeah.
She's not even flinching.
No. She's just playing with them right now.
Oh, she's about to slam you into the ground.
Oh, they're just going to drop, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, onto the other ones as well.
Oh no, because Owens is in there.
It's deep underground though.
Yeah, but if that was, I suppose there was the other episode.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the collar stopping her from doing then?
I think it's just to make her behave because you just use it.
Oh,
if
like a
she's
shock
not-
collar.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's the same one we saw on 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we get Will hugs, please? Please give Will a hug.
Oh.
Oh no. Is that it turned off? Yeah. Oh, my panic was that someone was going to be use it.
Who turned it off though?
Is he still alive, Brenna?
I want you to know I'm proud of you. So very proud. You are my family.
That's not how you treat family.
I've only ever wanted to help you. To protect you.
He might see it like that, but
Everything I did,
It's a bit of a
I did
snake.
for you.
Yes.
I need you to understand.
and then she looks and sees what her real family is like.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah. So that episode was definitely just building us up for a finale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was, yeah, putting everything in place. Oh, should we start with Elle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously the powers are back.
She wasn't exactly taking the gentle route to finding out what's happened or going on, was she?
No.
How many times have they had to, like, flatlining?
I know.
Surely, I mean, superpowers aside, it's going to be some kind of, like, lasting damage for her.
You'd think so, yeah.
But they don't care in the moment, do they?
No. And to be fair, she chose to take the risk at that point.
Yeah.
She's choosing to continue.
So, Elle, and I find this a lot with main characters, is that they're not necessarily who I bond to. So
Yeah.
I like her, but I've never been like, oh my god, I love her. And I think a lot of it has been like her very like abrupt actions that she has,
Yeah.
and I can understand, and obviously
It's in line with her what she's grown up with.
Yeah, but seeing her this episode come not even full circle, she's just left it behind and she's come into her own.
Yeah.
I love her. Like, I just feel such a sense of like pride for her as a character.
And I tell you what I hadn't thought of at the time, with them going to Hawkins, when it comes to trauma, I feel like she was able to deal with a lot of her trauma in that episode.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll think he can get her and maybe he won't be able to.
Yeah. And that she got that closure with Brenna.
And maybe it will grant her some freedom so that she doesn't have to be tied to her powers, and if she
No.
didn't want to be, she might have to be tied to Mike or tied to whatever. Like
Yeah.
that chapter, I mean, it's not over because of everything, but it's,
Yeah.
she understands what's happened, and it's very hard to deal with something if you're missing pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
And now she's got like,
memories.
she knows what happened with her mum, she knows what happened with one Henry Vecna. Sounds like a really dodgy email address, isn't it? It's vecnahenry1 at gmail.com. And so maybe she will start to be able to have some confidence in her life. And can you imagine this Elle
Yeah.
going back and dealing with Angela?
Oh, yes.
And if it wouldn't even be like a dealing with it, it'd be like, I don't need your reassurance.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be able to stand in front of her now and go, Angela, guess what? I don't care.
Yeah.
Go do your thing.
Yeah,
No one gives a shit. And move on.
yeah, I don't need you. And
Taking the power away.
yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
I believe if you feed into it, if you just ignore it, that's they can't stand it. And Brenna was her biggest bully, but also her only source of, I'm saying love, but we know it's not. It's a very twisted.
And now she knows that, doesn't she, though?
Yeah.
Because she got it from the group and Hopper. You know, she knows what it is now, what it should be.
And then to be put back in the situation with him, she can really then see.
Yeah, you view it completely differently.
Yeah. So I'm so proud of her, and I think she's going to make some good choices.
And for me, it comes back to earlier in the season with Mike. Remember when she said, I don't fit in anywhere? I feel like now she's got this acceptance of herself, of, right, I know who I am. And so she doesn't need to fit in. It's I am here in this place. You know what I mean? She's not trying to change herself to be what she thinks she should be at that time.
And how long does that take you as a grown up, as a pet? Like,
do you ever get there?
No, I don't think you do. There's always going to be something, but to hold yourself more confidence, and I think she's taken a humongous leap.
Yeah.
And that the hug that she gave, well, I would have been gutted if she hadn't done that. But it's not just about Mike; it's about her family. Maybe realizing, that she's got them.
I tell you what's really interesting is that when you look at Elle and you look at Max and how Max was always so strong and knew herself and all of this, I feel like they've flipped both of them here. She's found her acceptance and her strength, whereas Max, obviously, through the season has been very vulnerable. And for someone like her, you know, she's put up that wall because in her head, no, I'm strong and I can deal with it. And maybe people viewing her, she's okay because she's strong. Whereas actually she was vulnerable and she was suffering.
So vulnerable.
Do you know what I mean? The complete flip
Yeah.
for the two of them.
Will.
Oh my God, Will. I want to hug that boy. I'll never let him go. I want to tell him that everything's going to be okay.
That broke my heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I love the way it was filmed to make it so obvious to us that it was his feelings.
And that
this was his confession.
Knew.
Jonathan knew.
And that's some brotherly love there.
Yeah.
To not... He knew that that's what Will had committed to going down that road.
Yeah.
With what he was going to say. And Jonathan knew, but he didn't go, that's not right, that's how you interrupt. He just...
Yeah. What's the thing? I think where Mike is hearing, this is how Elle feels and this is what might happen with Elle, Jonathan is clearly knowing, no, that is Will talking, and he knows Will better than anyone.
Yeah.
And the picture. It really, again, Mike is his hero. You know when he talks about how you guys saved me?
It was
Mike. Because as much as Mike is not our favourite, we don't hate Mike, but back in season 1, he was the one who kept on saying, no, Will's alive, Will, you know.
But the thing is, how often do people, again, the main characters, the heroes, because they have these heroic tendencies and what they do, that can make them sometimes a bit unlikable. And I think he is a very true character.
Yeah. That's
And
what we keep saying. Mike's not a bad person.
No, he's so truthful to how, you know, a boy or a person of his age.
Yeah. Everyone would have known a Mike.
Yeah. And so when I say I don't like him, it's because, you know, you can see that.
Yeah. But again, we've had very much, he's a normal teenage boy, but we also got some really good character development for him because he actually opened up a little bit. Because again, it's not realistic that everyone openly talks about their feelings all the time, or that they're a hopper that shuts everything down. You know, there's that in between.
There is.
And for him, he's normally a bit of a like with from Mike, he doesn't say love. But for him to open up a bit there and be like, what if, you know, because I found her in a thing and I was there for her, she chose me, but actually, when she... Again, do you remember when she was with Hopper and she wasn't allowed to leave and she was out with Max and stuff and she was like, what, am I your pet and all of that? It shows that there was a bit of that, of him wanting to keep her like that because then she wouldn't find something else that maybe she liked more than him.
Oh.
Which again, it's not, it sounds toxic and it is, but we're talking about a teenage boy who's still trying to find himself and how this all works, you know.
Oh, they're such rich characters.
Yeah. And again, no one's right or wrong in this.
It's very hard. Even when we're looking at Brenna and we're saying, out and out, villain. Villain. But when we see the flashbacks, okay, you know, they're experimenting on children. Not great. But he seemed to have a very different attitude. No one seemed, other than the bit of bullying, no one seemed awful.
I think for him it's that kind of, like Snape, he's being horrible in what he's doing to Elle, but the reason behind it, if that is for her own good, to save her, to save the world, you know.
Yeah.
And it looks like he loved Henry.
And so he's heartbroken.
He's got trauma from that.
He was heartbroken, I think, from Henry, because that's got to be hard to think that, like, your protege, the thing that started everything for you, has left you and was trying to take him with him, and, you know, knowing he's out there, but also is part of it hoping he's out there, because then there's a chance.
That's what I think Elle was getting at, that whole you had me looking for him.
Yeah.
You know that kind of thing, like, you see it sometimes in movies, in relationships, like, you're with me because I remind you of them, you don't actually want me for me, that kind of thing.
So interesting. But again, we can't just say, oh, he's a villain. Yeah. Because there's layers within layers, and oh my god, how do they write these characters?
Again, he is a villain, but if we were watching this from his point of view the whole time, he's looked after this child who's turned out to be an evil supervillain, and now he has a chance to make it right by building someone else up to destroy them
for the greater good.
Do you know what I mean? It's
very complex.
Yeah, it's the best kind.
Yeah. Winter from America, I have a lot of thoughts about guns and whatever, but watching those kids, because that's all what they are, kids in that shop, able to buy that stuff. There's no way they should even be allowed in there.
No.
And I understand people will say things like hunting. Again, I have very strong feelings about that too. But those kids were in there, like, basketball jerseys, and one of them was holding a
still
knife.
At school, and they are allowed to buy guns.
Okay, and I'm going to take with a pinch that it's the 80s, and I've never been to a part of America like that.
And this is pre-Columbine. Not that there wasn't school shootings before that, but that's probably the most famous one. I mean, that's always going to be a sore issue in these. Obviously, we haven't grown up in that culture, so for us it's so crazy to think.
Yeah, so I try and look at it from there must be, but it must be. the norm.
Mm.
But it still is frightening.
Yeah. I'm interested to see, I mean, I don't know if they put it in the finale or not, but how the police are handling this. Because we saw in one of those other episodes when they were like, vigilantes are out there hunting kids, and it's like, he's hit the nail on the head there. And they're buying weapons to hunt kids. I think it's that, again, it's that satanic panic where everyone puts in this, they almost, I think, in their heads go, they're not kids anymore, they've been taken over by a demon. Yeah. I'm not hurting a kid, I'm hurting a demon, you know.
I'm doing it to save all the other children, for the greater good.
Yeah. Again, we've just given Brenner, though, not a pass, but we've given him that kind of, but if you're looking at it this way.
But yeah, as a parent, if you think these people are coming after my kids, they've seen 3
teenagers murdered,
and not even murdered, mutilated, and I'm sorry, you are gonna think that there's no cuts and wounds and whatever, so whatever has happened is supernatural.
And again, if I don't have a weapon, they're gonna do that to me
or my child. And when you look at it as like, it is supernatural, the supernatural they see is within the religious sphere, and it is the devil. And then, to be honest, if that's what you genuinely think you're up against, then the life of a child versus the devil spreading or whatever,
or your child,
or your child is, you know, that's negotiable. I think. I think you could definitely square that away in your head. So, whilst they're hunting children, we put it in
that context.
This is the thing with so much stuff. You can argue it from so many different viewpoints, and the only way people are ever wrong is when they stop trying to see it from other people's perspectives. Is, in my opinion,
it's like we saw with Jason and Nancy. Like you pointed out, that small detail just of his hair you can see how he's unravelling.
He is.
I've got a horrible feeling we're going to have a scene of him and Eddie where he has Eddie at gunpoint and they're trying to get through to him, and he, you know, because he's not a bad person who wants to kill Eddie. It's, you know, he's going to be in that torn thing of,
he needs some sleep and a hug and a warm drink and a cry. Because take all the other thing, his girlfriend is dead. He's not seen
and his
her.
friend died in front of him,
and he saw what happened, and that's gonna rip you apart.
For all we know, he might also now have Vecna at him. We don't know.
And even if he doesn't have Vecna, he's gonna have some such serious issues.
I know we're going a bit all over the place here, but going back to everyone in the shop. Do you remember, I don't know if it was the beginning of the season or last season or something, and I said, is there going to be a point when Hawkins is under attack and the whole town has to fight back? At least they're all tooled up.
Well, actually, that might be a very, very good plot device, because if those monsters start springing out of the, you know, I went to say down under, the upside, words are not my strong suit. The upside down, like, fault line splitting open, and there's demi-jogs and
bats,
God knows what else.
They're going into a battle.
Put a pin in that one. Put a pin in that one. Put a pin in that wing. It is very good because it makes it believable that they would have all weapons, that stuff. So if that's what they do, I mean, big tick for the Duffer Brothers. Like, I love it when you fill like little niggly plot holes like that.
Again, the little things like the shock collar. And when we first saw it used on 2, we thought, oh, okay, they're showing us how evil he was in punishing them. But then to see it on her, you're like, now I see why you showed us that before. Because now he doesn't have to use it on her, but we know how bad that is and how serious it is that it's on there.
What I've really loved about this season is it's just kind of, in some ways, it's just explained so much.
Yeah.
That it's kind of like bits. When she was talking to Brenna, I felt like my mind was just going poof. Like the mind flayer was this, and she was saying about all of this stuff. It was all because of it, and you're like, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
It wasn't that they just woke up one day and this thing popped out and start story here. It's start story here, but we're going to tell you all about before, and that to me is what makes this show.
Yeah.
Whatever direction they take us in, I feel like I would trust them.
Yeah.
I know what they're writing us somewhere good.
See, for me, as much as the plot and the story is great, what this show is for me, it's the characters. Like we say, they're all so believable, relatable. No one's 100% good, 100% bad, except maybe Will. 100% good.
Is he 100% good? He wasn't honest. I know that wasn't the time, but if you want to be pedantic, he could have said to Mike however long ago, you know, I feel a bit left out by you, or if we're really being nitpicky.
Yeah. But that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Haven't
we spoken?
Well, they picked up Elle, didn't they, in the pizza van. I love that Argyle was just on board. And I told you that as much as he goes on in these little things and he talks and he talks and he talks, sometimes there's useful information in there. It's like when he was talking about, they were looking for a building or something, and he was talking about finding a small woman, but it did lead him to find tracks. Because he was thinking on a smaller scale.
So unfortunately with our, I'd say, group now, whilst they're really good at knowing, like, oh yeah, this is it, like, this is a big thing, we've done it before. Because they've done it before, they maybe overlook some smaller stuff. So you've got your characters like Robin and Argyle that think they are a bit...
And Erica.
Yeah, and Erica. They think a bit outside of the box because they're not programmed to, this happened, upside down, monster. They are learning and evolving, so they sometimes can then see those bits that are missed.
Yeah. Well, like in that last episode with when they were talking about Vecna, and it was Erica, but why is he doing that? Dustin is like, that's a good point. Why? There's always going to be a reason. The question that opens up.
You know, the Demogorgon was doing it because he came because he wanted to eat.
Yeah.
Whereas Vecna's not just like...
Well, like Dustin said, but why is he killing kids? What do you get from killing a kid?
Yeah.
I feel like the parents have got to become involved in this finale.
Yeah, especially if things start happening.
Yeah, all over town.
Now I'm concerned that, like...
For Mike's dad, I know.
That they weren't buying anything.
Because let's be honest, when Nancy was saying about what she saw...
She didn't say her dad.
She didn't say her dad. That scares me, okay? We know how much I love Mike's dad. You can't lose Mike's dad.
Is it bad that I almost want it to happen so I can see what happens to you? Is that sadistic? I can live with it. So Russia. So I'm no geographical genius, but I'm thinking I'm not gonna want to be taking a Virgin helicopter back to the States.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far it is between Alaska and the furthest point of Russia. Only because when we look at a map, we're in the middle because that's how everyone does their maps. So we have the US on this side and Russia on this side. So obviously it curves around, but I don't know how close they are on the other side.
And also I do feel like depending on what country a map is produced in, they are slightly squiffy.
And because it depends on where in Russia are they.
Yeah. It's a big place apparently.
It's a very big place.
Is it a continent?
No. It's in Europe.
Okay.
But it's very, very, very big.
Is it bigger than our bit of Europe? Or
bigger than us, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, everything's bigger than us.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is as big as the rest of Europe. It's huge.
Yeah. You pulled up on it, like the fact that Hopper didn't even need to ask where Elle was. Oh, this, like, they broke me a lot and I'm concerned. Maybe I'm very emotional today, I don't know, but I've gone through like 4 tissues. It's only going to get worse, isn't it? I hope they don't leave Murray behind. But if anyone's going to be able to survive over there.
I think if anyone's going to stay behind, it's going to be Enzo. Yeah.
Oh, I hope he doesn't die.
I hope so. I like him.
I'm like, I know shows need deaths, but I don't want anyone
We already
to
lost
die.
Alexi, alright?
Yeah. Oh, and they had to chuck in the little Bob flashback as well.
Oh yeah, we didn't need that.
No, that was rude. A little bit of Barb as well.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't have time to bond with Barb to be really upset about her death. But Bob, Sean Astin, man. Ready for the finale?
I was going to say, I'm sure there's loads we've missed, but I need to.
There's so much in the episode.
And that is the problem with them being so long.
Yeah.
I can tell you half the stuff that I'm surprised when they come on YouTube. I'm like, I forgot that even happened then. Where?
Oh, I find it in editing.
It's crazy. Here we go.
It's just luck. Because if
See
you're watching
you
this, you already know what's coming.
See you on the other side.
Yeah. The upside down.
Which side? Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.